World is all abuzz with NFTs, especially in New York City, where NFT.NYC is wrapping up the world's biggest NFT conference. And today we have some amazing guests coming your way. Remember the film The Texas Chainsaw Massacre? We're going to see Leatherfaces. We're going to talk to a TownStar Pro. That's Gala Games. Massive play to earn game, and then you are going to have the opportunity to learn all about Draco dice, talk about cool play to earn stuff. Excited to bring your very own Zach Comm on that today, and you might also see a familiar face here on Nifty.Show episode number 106. Let's go.
Looking into the future, what do we see? It's lined with digital collectibles, we call them NFTs. Games, trading cards, digital art, and those crypto kitties. Joel and Zach are the hosts, you'll know. Joel and Zach say this will blow. They're locked and loaded, so ready, set, go! It's the Nifty, really kind of spiffy. The Nifty.Show.
The Nifty.Show coming at you live from Puerto Rico, although Zach is in New York City still, and he is conferencing. So we thought we'd bring a familiar face back to the show. Welcome, freshly back from New York City, Sir Lord Travis Wright.
Yeah, and freshly back and still have my voice.
Yeah.
It's like, I was on stage so much. Gave a keynote on Tuesday on the collectible stage, which was a great time. And then I was the MC the rest of the day. And then I was the MC in the main hall yesterday. And I was MCing a little bit. And then right after that, Gary V comes on. The room was absolutely packed. It was great fun. Saw some amazing folks, a lot of fans from the show. And got to introduce Zach to some folks and let him weave around. He's still there doing his magic, so that's good. I said, I got to get the hell out of New York City, man. I'm not a big fan of that. Send me back to my little hole in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but you haven't made it back yet. You're in Kansas City at the moment. So, but don't come now because it just started raining, so you don't want to come back now anyway.
Okay.
It's like the sun went away.
Looks like you're in New York City, but you're not. You never left Puerto Rico.
Yeah, this is as close as I've gotten to New York. I have not left Puerto Rico, but that's because we are hard at work creating here. There's so much happening, and we've got some friends here that have been previous guests on the show that we're going to get started with. John and Sir Richie from Ultra Rare are here. These are the creators of the best-selling The Horrors series on the Wax blockchain, and they're here today to announce a partnership that they have made with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre brand. John, Richie, welcome to the Nifty.Show.
Thanks a lot for having us on.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah. And I guess your time zones are all foobar over there, right? Because you guys changed times, but we haven't.
Yeah. How the clocks change, and I'm not the best with time zones at the best of times anyway, so yeah.
No worries, man. Glad you guys are here. Well, John, why don't we start with you? This is a partnership that you guys are really excited to announce. You're doing Leatherfaces. If you're following along at home, leatherfaces.io is the website. How did you manage this? This is a big IP, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's a good question. I mean, the Chainsaw team are, they're pretty into NFTs. And one of the guys, he was collecting the horrors basically on wax, and they were looking for a team to bring Leatherface to the blockchain. Obviously, we're doing horror, quite clearly something we love. They like the way we built the community and the way we sort of run the project. So they asked us if we would be up for doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and we were like, yes, please.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting. I'm looking at this thing and like this art is great. So was it your team and your artists that created the artwork? Did you hire out some new people? Because this is like, there are so many cool new leather faces out here now. They're going to need to make more movies.
We went through sort of a few different artists, looking for the right style, because we're doing the PFP thing, and there's kind of a lot of the projects have that kind of cartoony kind of vibe. Obviously, we're dealing with a horror property, so we wanted to have the darkness, but also the kind of the humour. So we went out to a few different artists, and we landed on Skinner, who's a pretty big artist in the horror world. And he's kind of like 90s comic book style. We thought was sort of perfect for the project. So yeah, we sort of really, really excited for people to start to get their hands on it.
I've noticed here you've got a low supply of these too. 1,666.
Well, as it happens on that, you're getting a complete exclusive. As we are literally just announcing it about 5 minutes ago that we have decided to completely slash the numbers. It was originally going to be 10,666, as a lot of these people are doing, but that didn't really fit nicely with ultra rare, the way we go for it. So we've completely gone for pure scarcity on these and knocked it right down to 1,666. So the people who bought the mint passes the other day have got themselves a pretty good deal on that.
Nice. And so those mint passes, those went on sale. Are those all gone?
No, there's still a few left. We are cutting that in, the supply in that as well. It was originally we were doing the 666, but we've decided because we're cutting the numbers to 1,666, we're cutting them down to 333 as well. We're going to close that sale off at that number. So yeah, it's all going to be very scarce.
So do you have to have a mint pass to mint it all, or is that like an early whitelist?
Mint pass guarantees that you as part of the mint pass, you get one for free, but then you also get the opportunity to mint at least two more, and that's guaranteed. You get a 24-hour period, so you're not going to be taking part in the gas wars, etc. And you don't have to have the rush at the public sale. But there will be an opportunity to buy what's left with a whitelist and a public sale afterwards.
If there's anything left. How much is a mint pass then?
0.13 ETH for a mint pass, and the NFTs themselves are 0.0666.
Totally on theme, Trev. All of the
it is 13 and 666. I just want to know, like, who hurt you guys when you were younger? What happened? Why are you so evil?
It's funny, like I think Garbage Pail Kids did me. They sort of warped my sort of mind as a youngster, and I think that was where it all started. But I just loved horror ever since I was a kid, and I used to go to the the school fancy dressed up as Freddy Krueger. Yeah, just always been a kind of weird kid, I guess.
Well, it's nice, man. What about you, other rare guy? It's Rare John. Rare John. So you guys know here which one's who is who. We got the two teams. We got Rare John and Rare Richie. So that's Rare John, and then Rare Richie. What's your story? What's your origin? What's your origin story?
To be fair, mine was I wasn't a messed up kid, but then I met John 10 years ago, and I think he messed me up. I was just quite a happy guy, just enjoying a bit of crypto. Then he starts warping me with all this horror stuff, gets me down some all sorts of deep, dark rabbit holes.
That's great. You can use that word, the origin story.
I like it. Yeah, we'll steal that.
Yeah. So tell us something you guys have done. You guys have launched how many things on Wax now? And I know that each time that you do launch them, they are typically way fewer than any other one. So you guys are truly living up to your ultra rare name there. I like that.
Yeah, I think we've done 5 releases now, John, something like that.
Yeah.
I think we've done 4. The 2 horror series, Horseman, Alien Horrors, and then the comics. So yeah, we try to keep the numbers low because we want to give value to the buyers, keep the community happy.
I want to say that for those who missed out on it, you guys actually created for where is it? Was it looking for the ultra horrors in my wallet and I can't find it. You guys have done 2 sales of those. Both of them have sold out, right? Mm-hmm. They did amazing. And so it's not going to surprise me when this sells out as well. For those who aren't familiar with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because you might be too young, this is a film that is a cult classic that came out in 1974. They made it with, look at this, $60,000 budget. And I mean, how much has the movie made?
I think it's like I think they were saying to us yesterday it's grossed over $1 billion. Like
what?
There's like 8 of them at the moment, isn't it? It's a massive franchise these days.
There's 9 films and obviously all the comics, games, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's kind of like its own empire in a way.
Man, I got this idea. It's only going to cost $60,000, but we're going to make $1 billion over the next 50 years. I'm in.
You know, if you would have spent that much on Shiba a year ago, Trav, you would have made $1 billion.
Well, that's true. You'd have made about $5 billion. Yeah,
right.
Crazy. What a crazy world we live in, guys. So I just purchased a Mint Pass because I love you guys. I'm supporting what you do. And I'm a little evil myself. So
we've noticed.
Yeah. Nice. So now that I have this Mint Pass, and there's, again, folks, there's some still available out there. You can get the Mint Pass. I'm going to get one airdrop to me because I have it, or do I have to then come back and do something later?
You have to mint on the 11th, and the first one you mint will be for free because your Mint Pass is in your wallet. And then if you want any more, you can buy a couple more on that day as well, so that you get the early access to it.
Okay. And if I forget it on the 11th, I'm hosed.
Yeah, we'll remind you. We'll send a lot
of mint it. You'll be able to mint it.
Yeah.
Also, the Mint Pass is kind of like it's going to have a lot of utility as well. Whitelist for everything we do. If you come into our Discord, you can join the 666 and get involved in the voting on the project and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, there's some.
I'd like to be part of the 667 if you don't mind. I like to be the neighbor of the devil.
The other one, yeah. Okay, we'll put a little special role for you, Travis.
A little asterisk.
Just for Travis. Some of these are really funny. I mean, Leatherfaces with thug life glasses or laser eyes, and there's sometimes he's got the LFG hat on. Like these, they're fun. They're fun. And also, if you stick around here in Puerto Rico too long, the people who have been on the beach their whole life, they kind of get a leather face too, from all that sun exposure.
I love the artist on this one. I'd love to see a Leatherface Joel and Travis. Those would be hilarious.
Well, give us another 30 years here in Puerto Rico, and we'll get all leathery on the beach as well. Well, you guys can go check this out. Leatherfaces.io is the website. Go grab your Mint Pass right here, and then you will be ready to go and mint your Leatherface. Yeah. Guys, we wish you the very best with this.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for
what time, though, on the 11th? What time zone? What time is it? Do we know?
It's not set in stone, but it's going to be a long period because we want to hit all time zones. So we're going to give you probably 24 hours, but we'll confirm when that starts. So that we don't want you having to wake up.
Probably should start at like 6:66. Oh wait, that's
7:06.
Yeah, that'd be close enough. Close enough. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll be keeping our eye and our leather faces on this project.
It's coming up Thursday.
There you go. Nice, Trav. So, welcome back to Murder and Death.
That's good. Yeah, lots of doom and gloom here right off the get-go. But you know what? That's cool. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my handy-dandy calendar right now so I don't miss that shit because I'm notorious for missing that shit.
You are notorious for missing stuff. I'm pinging and reminding you all the time, hey, did you mint, like the latest one was with entities. Did you mint your geckos? Did you get your geckos?
Still didn't because the shit never went live when they said it was. I never.
It's live, but you got 30 days. Okay. You got 30 days. You can go mint your geckos now.
See, I like that. Like, we're going to launch it live for everyone, but everyone who got the Mint Pass, they get X amount of days to do it because, nobody remembers little time zones sometimes. Like they get on the wrong time. So I like that. That's cool.
Now, I want to show you guys a collection that I came across that I really liked. It's called Red Panda. Redpanda.game is the website for this. And this is a collection. The real life red pandas are a thing, right? And so they want to engage the community here. Apparently, red pandas, according to what they sent me, are the only species of their kind and are ambassadors for a landscape that supports over 500 million people, which is nearly 10% of the global human population. Unfortunately, there may be fewer than 10,000 red pandas remaining in the wild. So this collection is to respect each Red Panda, and they intend to donate at least $100,000 to Red Panda Supporting Foundation. And then they're providing a token for Red Panda holders. They're going to provide liquidity, and they're going to reward each holder with a Red Panda token airdrop, which is a utility token for their future Panda Gotchi game. And they start here in just 15 hours, which is tomorrow will be the 5th of November. Let's take a look at some of these guys. I'm going to play this video here. We don't have audio to go with it, but let's just I'm just going to go ahead and play it in the background while we're talking. Aren't they cute, Trev? You want some red pandas?
No, these are adorable. And the thing is like even the black and white pandas are super rare, but the red pandas are like way more rare than them. So they're like mythic level. So what you should do is go out and collect a real panda. And if you get a real red panda, you can sell it for so much ETH. It's unbelievable.
Well, the good news is this is not on ETH. It's on Polygon. So you're not going to have the gas fees to pay to mint these. So that's a huge plus as far as I'm concerned. Each one of them.
Are going to be? Any idea? Does it say it?
Let's see. What is the mint price on these? Let's see if it's here on the site. So I'm really good at the different styles of them. There's the game under development. And I'm not finding the mint price, but I know that
how many there are. Oh, 10,000 of them on
10,000. Yeah, to support the 10,000 that are left in existence and not extinct. The dingo ate my baby. Dingo, Virgil, and Lex are the team. I'm not finding the price of them on here.
How do we get on the pre-sale? Is you got to be part of the Discord or something?
I would jump into the Discord for sure. The link's right up here in the upper right corner of the site, and I'm sure the community there will be very helpful to let you know what's going on. They've got a roadmap. Whenever you see somebody
site here too,
Yeah, I like it. Whenever you see somebody releasing a game, you know that they're building for the future, right? This is not a one and done. They're building community, which of course is one of the most important things to these NFT launches. Mm-hmm. So, and a token and community, and cute little red pandas for their Panda Gotchi. So you better feed your panda so he doesn't go extinct, Travis. Don't leave him, lost out there like your crypto kitties to die.
Yeah, you know how rude that would be to leave a red panda out there, not feeding them when they're so rare already.
You'd be a crappy.
That's what happened to the dodo birds. I was in charge of them, and then I forgot to feed them, and they're dead now.
Never leave a dodo in charge of dodos.
Don't do that.
Don't. Damn it, you took my joke.
Don't go there.
I hate that you think too much like me sometimes.
Was you going to say that?
I was going to say, don't do that. And then you did it. So,
oh, man.
Whatever.
That's why your son's on this show now. So you got somebody who thinks differently.
He does think differently. That is for sure. He's on a different plane than me. Let's talk about some blockchain gaming. We have had Jason Brink from Gala Games on both Bad Crypto and the Nifty.Show before. We've worked with their team in an advisory capacity, and their game that is the most popular one right now, while they have others that are in the making, the launch soon, is TownStar. And with us today, not with Gala, but actually one of the great Gala players is Lycan Warlord. Good sir, welcome to the Nifty.Show. Let's see if we've got audio from him. I do not hear him, so we'll have to do smoke signals, which it seemed like he was doing to begin with anyway.
I do think so. It's like, we're going to play TownStar, but I'm Bongstar.
If you will puff, then we can try that. Let's go ahead and see if we can get your audio lined up here by clicking your little microphone-y thing. While he is doing that, we can take a look here at the screen. You can pretty much play this for free, and it is a play-to-earn game right here. And there's a lot of great videos and content about how you do that. But basically, if you're on iOS, Windows, Android, or Mac OS, you can play this game. So you can go ahead and grab it on your iPhone. And it's one of these city building games where you build stuff, you create resources, and then you sell those resources and you build more, and you end up earning tokens in the game. It's kind of like a Farmville. Look at them. They're walking around here going, no.
Very much like a Farmville. And those who are in the know, who know about the team at Gala, I think a couple of the founders were on the Zanga team that was all about Farmville back in the day, right? So like they have really been branching out what they've been doing, and there is some really, really big stuff happening with Gala, and so you want to keep an eye on it. I think I don't even know. I haven't looked at the token price lately. I think it was somewhere around 8 cents, 9 cents. Maybe got up to 10 cents recently. But this thing it's 9 cents right now. It's been high as like 15 cents or something not too long ago. They're doing a lot of great stuff with this, and there's so many more games coming out. There's TownStar out right now. They have Mirandus, and they have these other ones that are popping out. But they are only just beginning. I think they're going to be I think they're going to be giving Animoca a run for their money with all the different games that they're got their hands in.
Well, I think there's enough, to go around. Look at this. They're giving away 10,000 in weekly rewards right now. And you could jump right in and do this. Have we solved any audio issues yet? No? We're still audioless. I'm just gonna be mute Lycan Warlord. Okay, we'll let you guys keep working on that. But while we do this, I have actually connected to TownStar, and this is my account right here, and I can click play now on it. And look at this. I've kind of figured out he was going to walk us through some of this, so I can see the finer.
That'd be good, because I got a plot of land that I've been playing around, but then it's like I don't really know what to do.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna figure this out for myself, unless we can get his audio in here, and then he can join us. I'm gonna place my town right here on. I want to be neighbors with somebody. Like I want to be in the forest. So I'm gonna click right here and place my town right here in the forest. What should we call it, Trav?
Mississippi River.
What should I call it?
Well, you should probably add something with Comm in it.
I'm gonna call it
Stan.
New Jolton. Not to be confused with Old Jolton.
Okay, very nice.
There we go, and it's making a place for me right here. And Lycan, if you want to maybe try disconnecting and reconnecting again, we got your camera working. Would love to hear you. Maybe you can switch up your audio.
Yeah, we want people to hear you and see your epic stash. He's got an epic stash that would give Crypto Stash a run for his money.
Okay, so this is actually a town that I had started building before. So I'm not sure why it brought me back into an existing town. This is why I need answers to questions here. We need answers to questions. You know what? Here's what I want to do, because I really want to ask him these questions, and he's having the issues with the AV. I think what I want to do is let's put TownStar on hold, and instead let's talk about Draco dice, because this is the big launch that is coming up on Wax on Saturday. And since Zach was going to be at NFT NYC and unable to join us for the live interview, we pre-filmed this interview with him. And not only do we have Zach, but we have Clark and Cameron Mitchell, the father-son team that is helping with all the artwork on this project. I don't need to go in depth on who they are, because in the interview we tell you about it. So let's go ahead and roll that, Chris, and we'll come back and see if we can get Lycan back in here for Gala and TownStar.
Let's go to the tape.
Well, our next segment is pre-recordified, because as we speak, Zach is in New York City for NFT NYC, meeting all kinds of amazing people in the NFT space, and telling people about this project, which is his passion, is near and dear to his heart. I'm a part of it, and the two gentlemen that we have with us today are also a integral big part of Draco Dice. Zach, I'm going to let you tell people what the project is as an overview, and then introduce our partners.
Sure. So the project is a large collection of thousands of unique hand-painted gaming dice that are intended to be used in multiple video games, with our first video game going into beta in January of 2022. And, we might be at the center of this, but I really genuinely feel that this is something that is pushing the entire blockchain space forward. We are bringing a new standard to digital assets. We are redefining what it means to own something that you can play a game with, because the physical dice that people like me and tabletop role-playing people take between different games, we need to be able to have that functionality online, on the internet, in blockchain gaming as well. And that's exactly what we're doing. And in order to create dice that only a collector like myself could be happy with, dice that someone like me would be proud to collect, we recruited some of the best in the illustration business. And so on the show with us today, we have Clark Mitchell and his son, Cameron Mitchell. Clark is an industry veteran who has done a ton of work for Disney and Hasbro. And Cameron, his son, has been learning a ton of useful skills that have helped accelerate the process, helped organize things, and he's handled a bunch of administrative stuff for us. So guys, it's a pleasure to have you on and talking about this project with us. How do you feel knowing that the 5 months of blood, sweat, and tears that we've been putting into this is almost at the close?
Cameron, go ahead, buddy. Start it off.
Well, I mean, it's been an interesting journey. It's been an amazing journey. It's so cool that we met you guys, you know, in this space. You know, we've put a lot of work into this, and it's just awesome to see it, you know, from the beginning to end, and just seeing it get all wrapped up, and you know, all the dice going out there and the videos coming out there. It's nice to see this project come to life, and to see the people coming into the community and showing us like so much appreciation. It's a humbling experience to be a part of this, and it's been a great journey so far.
I want to brag on these guys here for a moment. If you're not following Clark on Instagram, you should, and here's why. You've probably seen his work and didn't know it was his work. He's contracted as an artist for Star Wars, Disney, Lucas, Mattel, Hasbro, Playboy, Coke, Pepsi, Marvel, NFL, BMW. And if you've ever bought a game off the shelf, for example, if I scroll on, look at this one. Here's the Game of Life, the Star Wars edition. You've seen this on the shelf at Walmart and you know, all these other game stores. You might own this very game, and this is, you know, illustrations that Clark did. How about Operation? Everybody's played Operation. I've seen this on the shelves. This is Clark's work. That damn was always a huge hassle.
The funny bone.
Yeah, the funny bone. World-class artists here, illustrators working on this. And before we take another breath, I want to just play you guys really quickly the video that Cameron stitched together, which is our release video. Check this out. I want to say these aren't your father's NFTs, but they kind of are, because what we've got here are two father-son teams that are working on this. But Zach, this is, you know, I think it's safe to say, without a doubt, that I've seen your, you know, your arc your whole life. I mean, as my son, I've seen your early passion for games, and video games and gaming in general. And watching this come together is truly a culmination of so many passions.
And you know, I keep saying this because it never leaves my head. It's so hard to believe that this is just the beginning. All the work that we've done, we have laid the foundation for something that is much greater than anything that this first launch could possibly result in. This is very much a long-term thing because, as you said, this is a result of passions that I've had for my entire life. And so I didn't dream of creating one NFT drop that we were going to sell these gorgeous dice in. I dreamed of revolutionizing the gaming industry. And that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to distance the vision from just myself, and why I talk about aiming at the entire blockchain space and aiming at the entire gaming space is because I am just one person. We are just four people, and we are living in a world where we have accepted less and less and less agency and ownership in terms of the things that we have control over. And, you know, as someone who loves video games, seeing that the standard now is that I don't even own the games that I'm playing, and I definitely don't own any of the assets inside the games that I'm playing. I want to fix that. And this is how we do it. This is how we begin fixing this. And this is how we reintroduce the consumer's expectation that they truly own the items that they use in the video game, and that they are no longer restricted to using them in a single game.
I think what's so important about that is that all the NFTs that people are buying in the games that they're playing, they're usable just in those games. Now, we've seen one other wax-based project attempt to make gaming pieces, and that's our friends at Cogs. You know, Benny and the team there at Red Fox Labs have done a great job of creating a great community and making these cogs which sell it every time. And now they've got a game that's in beta right now that they're rolling out. But apart from that, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing what other games people can come up with that would use a cog. We already know that dice are universal. They are the oldest universal gaming utensil. And so the possibilities for developers to integrate Draco dice with their games are endless.
Absolutely. There's not a single genre that dice couldn't possibly be used in, except perhaps horror. Horror would be a very interesting way to incorporate dice. But otherwise, boarding card games, first-person shooters, I have a vision for that as well. That probably sounds weird. That sounds weird to people who haven't gone through the imaginative process that I've gone through. Strategy, whether it's real time or turn based, even more luck oriented games, but not gambling, because I'm not interested in pushing the gambling space forward. And
but if developers want to use it in gambling, I mean, the NFTs are there. It's an open source, right? Anybody can pull from the Draco dice collection and integrate those dice into whatever activity they want.
And what's really cool is that we can customize these dice too to fit, you know, some of these games that people come out with as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that we're already exploring, because of course, alongside the 8 materials that we just showcased in that video, we're also releasing Blockchain Heroes dice at the same time that we're releasing Series 1. They get their own packs, and they're a real proof of concept for integrating an IP into the Draco dice model. So not only do we have this branding there that's showing off what we built in this other project, but these are just as compatible with any game as the rest of the Draco dice are, because at the foundation of these NFTs is careful consideration of what developers need out of blockchain integrated assets, and making this as easy as possible for us to expand the space.
Yeah, in fact, you know, Blockchain Heroes is really the first major successful IP that launched on Atomic Assets and on atomichub.io. And I'm not sure the exact number of hodlers that have at least one Blockchain Heroes asset in their wallet, but I know it's over 10,000. Like it's very widespread, and there's thousands that have multiple assets in their wallets. And right now, for those that are involved in the Discord, you're actually giving away promo dice. Oh, hey, the number just pulled up here. I did a search using the bounty block tool to see how many wallets had one asset in it, and it is 10,505 have at least one blockchain Hero's asset. Anyway, talk about the promo dice and what you're seeing happen.
Absolutely. So in order to generate interest in the project and reward people for being part of the community and being there early, because that's just something that I personally appreciate so much, is seeing people who see the vision that I see and knowing that there's not just a team behind me, but there's a community behind all of us. We created a blockchain inspired material that has this circuitry style on it. And these blockchain themed dice that represent Wax, Binance, and Ethereum are the only dice that we've created that will not be sold in packs, and they can only be acquired now until a short time after launch on November 6th. And the price floor on these, as we've been giving them away for free to community members, is something that I absolutely did not expect. People are already putting significant real value on these dice, even though strictly speaking, they won't be usable in the game until next year. And I think that speaks to the goal, that speaks to the mission, and that speaks to people's ability to understand what it is that we're really doing here.
Okay, you said game. And I would love for you to share that, because these NFTs are true gaming NFTs, and you're going to be launching a game here shortly after the NFT sale.
Of course. I think I have a recent screen. I do have a recent screenshot. So let me pull that up and share that.
Show us things.
I can get Photoshop to cooperate with me here.
Show us all the things. So while you're pulling this up, tell us what the game is.
Here we go. This is called Draco Dice Skirmish, and it is a turn-based strategy game that will use exclusively Draco Dice NFTs. So this is one huge fun-oriented use case for how a game can be created using the Draco dice. See, the standard with gaming assets so far has been, well, the gaming asset itself sort of instructs developers on what it's for, especially because typically gaming blockchain assets are not designed to be used in more than one place. Well, Draco dice NFTs don't do that. Instead, they have a sophisticated set of attributes that are designed to be interpreted by the game developers. And the way that we've interpreted these first is in this arena where you and another player have a full set of dice. So that's one 4-sided, one 6-sided, one 8-sided, one 10, one 12, and one 20-sided die. And the goal of the game is to eliminate all of your opponent's dice before they can eliminate yours. The way that it flows is very simple. At the beginning of a round, both 20-sided dice will roll, and the highest value determines which player goes first. Then all of the dice on the board will roll automatically and at the same time. Their health values are determined by the number of sides on the die, and their attack values are determined by what the die actually rolls. But there's a twist. If it rolls a 1, Draco dice don't actually have 1s on them to start with. They have what we call enchants. And you can see one of them on my screen here because there's this little ghost icon beneath the enemy's D6. That is a special ability. If a die rolls a 1, it activates its special ability and then re-rolls. And there's 8 different special abilities to begin with, so players have to think strategically and tactically. Strategically, in terms of which enchants they use on which dice, because not all enchants are equal on all dice. And they have to think tactically, because this is a matter of luck, probability, and your general ability to read an opponent. If you can figure out how to take turns with your opponents such that you are disrupting their plans, or such that you are reducing their odds of dealing major damage to you in this or the next round, that is how you come out on top. And the estimate that I've got here is that this game is about 60% luck and 40% skill.
What percent fun? That's what I want to know.
It's 100% fun. I love playing this game.
Here's the thing that I really like is you've got a hardcore mode built into us.
Yes. So something I have been wanting since the dawn of blockchain gaming is I want to take your assets. I want to beat you in the video game and take your stuff, right? And that's what hardcore mode allows players to do. When you enter a battle in hardcore mode, one of the random dice that you brought into your loadout, into the game, is put at risk, and it's sent into an escrow, into a smart contract. And the winner of the hardcore game receives both of the dice that are in the escrow. So it's a way for you to risk your dice for a chance to take your opponent's dice. And that's the actual NFTs being transferred.
Right. That's a winner take, and that's it. Clark, you've worked with some of the biggest brands in entertainment. Why would you pull off that and work on this startup and partner with us on Draco Dice?
Well, I think first of all, one of the biggest reasons is because of you and your son. I mean, when Cameron and I had our first conversation with you two, we saw that you had something we've never had. The ability to get into this space that we were completely unaware of, and having the ability to create your own IP and do that with people that understand it, they get it, they're passionate about it, they're brilliant. And you guys are kind of the components that we've never really had as a team. I've been a contract illustrator for years, and I've been very happy doing that. It's been a lot of fun. It's, and I've been very successful doing it, but you just realize at the end of the day, it's somebody else's IP. You're always the contract guy. There's never anything beyond that, except for the next job. So for me and for Cameron, we've been trying to team up for a while, the last couple of years. He's designer in his own right, works for a different company. But with me and him, we have been, we've been talking about trying to do something together for years. And when he brought this team to me, is like, this is a no-brainer. I mean, this could be one of the biggest opportunities, and he and I could have to work together with a team that we really don't have. And, with Zach and Joel, we just found this almost like a little divine intervention, for not just for us, but for actually creating an IP with people that truly get it. They're truly passionate, and they're unbelievably humble, successful, and giving, and you don't find a lot of people out there that are like that. And, I just count my blessings every day that, that we're just about to the end of the first part of this journey, but just beginning to have something bigger and better than we even thought about this vein. With Zach's brilliance of coming up with something new every day to expand this stuff, it's like, it blows my mind that, that these kids are so brilliant. I know Joel and I have had several conversations about, having our sons always try to do better than we've done. And it's really amazing to me to see how my son has taken an opportunity and he's learned some skills that I never could even learn. And he's done it so quickly, and he has just blown my mind. I mean, I just look at him every day as a new father. He's got two young men at the house that now he's taking care of. But for me to see what he's able to do and the passion that he's got and the ability to work with me it's a blessing in disguise. And I'm sure it's the same as it is with you too, Joel. I mean, we've talked about this several times. To be a team of father and son is as good as it gets.
Oh yeah, proud
fun
daddies.
journey.
Cam, you having fun? I know you are.
Oh, he's having a blast.
This is by far one of the funnest projects I've ever worked on. This is by far one of the funnest projects. Like my dad said, it's our IP. It's all of our IPs. And, we get to see this. And, we talked about this in the beginning. This is Zach's baby. And I remember me and Zach had a conversation. He was like, well, it's your baby now. And I was like, Zach, I'm going to adopt your baby. All right. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you grow this baby. Me and my dad are going to help you grow this baby. So, and it's becoming a teenager. I think at this point, it's about ready to become an adult. So,
it's so funny, Joel. When Cameron and I had the first conversation, with you and Zach, and we got off the phone and we kind of saw the scope of the project, and we looked at each other like, "There's no way in hell we can do all this." But we go, "No, we can do this, man. This is going to be awesome." And what we wanted to do is try to give you more than what you expected, and because if we do that, in essence, it makes us all better all the way around. And you two, Zach and Joel, we are just blessed to have you guys. in our corner and in our lives at this point. We're ready for the journey with you too.
Well, likewise, we're blessed to have you guys, and it's the Mutual Admiration Society here. So let's talk about the launch, Zach. As I share the screen, the countdown clock here says 5 days, but we're pre-recording this on Halloween, actually. And by the time that this show airs on Thursday, the 4th, I think, Thursday the 4th. Let me actually look at my calendar. Thursday the 4th, we're actually just 2 days away, right?
Yes. It's
Wow,
hard to believe that it's almost upon us.
Okay, so talk about, and maybe I don't see the box shot anywhere, but you've got the artwork for the packs, which are boxes, and there's going to be 3 different boxes. So talk about what people will get in these.
Absolutely. So in the Minder pack, I'm looking for the actual image of the boxes, but I'm having oh wait, here we go. So I can share my screen again here. So in the Minder pack is going to be everything that you need to play the game, play the first game once it releases. So this is going to hold 6 Draco dice across the 8 rarities, the 8 materials that we shared in that video. And it's going to give you a random D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, and D20. The major pack is going to come with 6 sets of dice. And all of those are going to be random. It's not like, oh, you get a full set of this color scheme. No, every single die out of the 36 is going to be random, but it guarantees you 6 of each shape of die. And then the Blockchain Heroes pack is going to be structured just like the Miner pack, where it gives you 6 and it gives you 1 of each shape, but they're only going to be carbon dice. They're only going to be Blockchain Heroes dice. Across the 50 different sets of Blockchain Heroes dice, 1 for each character from Series 1.
And there are some super scarce dice. If you go to the website at dracodice.com, then you can look through here and you can see the commons have a wood finish. The uncommons have a plastic finish. This is actually a scarce, have a stone finish. The rares are jelly-like. The epics are plush. You can hug them. The legendaries, porcelain finish. The mythics, metal. And then the celestials, the glass finish. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. And there is only 1 of each die in its different styles. And they're 384. Is that right, Zach?
That's right. You know, the one thing that we really haven't gotten to touch on in terms of what makes this project up is Clark's raw proficiency, because we went into his credentials and we showed you some of the work that he's done. The images that you can see on the website or on the stream do not do these dice justice. These are very high resolution in person. If you actually see the NFTs and you see them for yourself instead of seeing them over lower quality video, and some of the patterns and details and nuances on these materials just absolutely blew me away the first time I saw them, and they're going to blow you away when you get to see them for yourself.
In fact, I'm going to pull up one of the final glass ones because it's actually animated. You actually learned a little Photoshop there.
I learned a lot of Photoshop in the course of this project.
This will be an endless loop of video that's going on here. And the sale is going to take place as an unlimited pack sale for a limited time. There's going to be 2 windows so that both sides of the globe get to participate from noon to 4 Eastern time on Saturday, the 6th of November. And then when it hits midnight on the 7th Eastern time, from midnight to 4 in the morning Eastern, which will be daylight on the other side, and you'll be able to buy all that you want. This is the Genesis set of these, and especially the rare cards will not be available again. But talk about for new players, are they gonna, because you know how it is on secondary market, people come in, they want to play, and they discover the game, and then they discover that it's $200 for a pack of 6, right? So what do we do about that?
Right. We don't want to end up with a sort of like Axie type barrier to entry. So after the time limited sale concludes at an undisclosed point in the future, we will open up a new unlimited persistent sale that will remain open for a longer term period of time. But the only dice that will be available in those packs are going to be the 4 lowest rarities of dice. So we're basically going to be giving newcomers the ability to purchase directly from us and get everything that they need to play the game at a very cheap, very affordable price point. And at the same time, we're going to maintain the value of the 4 highest rarities of dice, because those won't be available again, and neither will the Series 1 Blockchain Heroes dice.
Wow.
There's so much here still to talk about, but we're definitely going long in this interview because we're all passionate and excited about it. Zach, is there any final thoughts, Clark or Cameron, that you want to toss in here about the project?
Man, I just hope people have as much fun playing this game, and I know they will, as much fun as we had, creating all these assets with these guys. Man, everybody just jump in and play this thing. We're excited about it. I'm not, I create games. I'm not a gamer like Cameron and Zach are, so I'm anxious to get in here and play this myself. Cameron, I'm going to tear you up.
We'll be buying some packs. We'll be buying some packs. I'm going to be stealing my dad's NFTs. Just wait. and Joel, I hope you are lucky enough to get some plush dice, because you seem like a big fan of the plush dice.
Yeah, I really like the plush
so you can
ones.
Squish them.
For sure. Thanks, fellas. Really appreciate you. And I know we're still cranking out some artwork, so we have everything in place for the big sale. Zach, I'm sure that right now in New York, you are, as we speak here, pre-recorded. Right now, you're talking to people at NFT NYC and sharing the good news about Draco Dice.
Yeah, and there's one more final thought that I want to put out about this, because I'm trying to make this whole thing less about us as a team and more about us as a decentralized community. So this is like a personal invitation from me to you who is watching this. I want you to think of all of your favorite properties, whether they're on blockchain or not. Think of all of the ways that you would like to use an asset that you truly own in games, and help us make connections, because we are trying to expand out into this brave new metaverse that is growing and exploding before our eyes. And we want to take everyone along with us on this journey of improving the expectations that consumers like you and me should have and should be able to demand about the things that we truly own. In the end, this is about all of us.
There you go. DracoDice.com, November 6th. Don't miss this, because once the window is closed, you're gonna be like, oh, damn, I missed my dice. There you go. It's almost as if it's live, but now we're live again. Now we're back. Now we're talking about Draco Dice. Here's the website, DracoDice.com, and some things have been added since the interview. First of all, Zach has posted a white paper, which is not like paper at all. It's actually, they should call it a white browser, but you can click on that and read it. But there's a few things that have happened. If you scroll down the page, a roadmap has been added right here for all the things that are coming in Draco Dice. As he said, he's in this for the long haul. And underneath this banner right here, check this out, Travis. Anybody who collects a full set of Blockchain Heroes dice, all 50 heroes from Series 1 are in there, and there's 6 dice per hero, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 20. Collect all 300 of them, and we are going to make physical limited edition Genesis dice. These dice right here, you'll actually be able to hold in your hand, and you have until December 31st to collect them all.
Nice. What are they going to be made of?
I don't know yet. We have yet to look at materials. We literally just came up with this, and Clark cranked out this image. I'm like, we'll figure it out.
It would be awesome if they had the wooden box too, like made it all spiffy. You know what I mean? Like that box,
it'll be nice.
It up with the felt in there and the 6 die. That would be badass. Like that would be something that you would want to have. Like that's
yes.
badass.
Yes, we will provide something badass. Like, because you got to get a lot of Blockchain Heroes boxes to collect these, and that's why they're going to be so limited. But yes, it will be a badass presentation. Here's the other thing that's been added so Zach's plans are very long term, and we are going to have land for Draco dice in the form of planet dice. And so if you want to have the virtual real estate in the Draco dice ecosystem, these tokens here, this gold pre-sale token, will get you access to the Planet Dice land sale that's going to take place in early 2022. In every minor or major box, there's a chance of one of these dropping. So they're going to be super rare, but if you get one, that means that's how you know you get first access to the land sale. And we all know what happens with land sales, don't we? It's a land rush.
Those tend to go pow, baboosh. Like, yeah. I mean, did you see what happened on Splinterlands? Like the land tracks originally sold for $1,500, mm-hmm. and I think they sold maybe 30 of them, 36 of them. And whenever Splinterlands, the SPS token came out, I immediately went on the secondary market, bought one for $9,000 worth of wax, and then I don't know, a month and a half later, I sold it for $50,000 worth of wax.
Right.
And then I took those proceeds and put part of it into Blocktopia, and then Blocktopia 6x'd. I was like, but I did good on that. However, now those land tracks are going for like $100,000 worth of wax or something stupid, aren't they?
It's a lot. And so, we don't know which are going to blow up and which aren't, but we know we're committed to this project. And so this is a new addition. And many people who are watching or will hear this podcast have joined us because we have several partners in the space that are offering the opportunity to get exclusive sets of dice made for their property. So what you see here in the upper left-hand corner, this is for Colonize Mars. This is one of the 6 dice in a special regolith edition. Do you know what regolith is, Trav?
I saw Zach mention it, that's what that red rock is on Mars.
Yeah, it's made of regolith. It's like a clay dust type stuff.
Well, it's not a regular dice, it's a regolith.
It's a regolith dice. So there's going to be a full set. If you hold at least one dark matter card, which I believe is like their legendary or mythic level, and you purchase 5 major boxes during the limited time sale on Saturday, then 2 weeks later, you're going to get this exclusive set of regolith dice to your wallet, airdrop to you. And that's the only way those are available other than secondary market. This one here is a Nifty Blocks die. And there's going to be a full set of 6 of these if you hold at least 1,000 Nifty in your wallet, the Nifty token, and purchase 5 major boxes, you'll get the Nifty tokens. This one down here is the Dark Galaxies die. And so I think you have to hold one of their tokens. You might check in their Telegram where he's posted it, but a very similar thing. This is an Upland die, and unfortunately we weren't able to work out things with them in time because they've got some other things going on this weekend, but they're very excited about the project. We'll probably be tweeting about it. And I believe that the artists are working on a Super Doge die right now, and we might have one other exclusive partner set to announce. So pretty exciting, huh, Trev?
Very exciting, and a lot of stuff going on. Like, I think that Zach, you can tell he's very passionate. I mean, you've known Zach pretty much all his life, right, Joel?
Pretty much before he was born, actually.
Yeah. Well, true. And so he's been collecting die for how long?
Years. He's been in the die. I mean, he started. He was a young teenager, probably, and he's got hundreds of sets of dice. Like, this is his jam.
I love it. One of the things about dice that I think are really cool is like these shaped dice is that these are actually platonic solids, and 5 of those platonic solids, the cube, the one that looks like the Ethereum symbol, the dodecahedron, the octahedron, whatever, and there's one other one that's not in one of those 6 dice is not naturally occurring. The other 5 are naturally occurring. And every element on the periodic table of elements is built by one of those platonic solids. And so that's what's awesome. You're going to be rolling these die, and you're like part of the creation of things with these in your hands. It's badass. So that's why That's the lore of it. That's why I think it's really cool. Is that that Ethereum symbol? That's like those are real symbols that happen, and actually they're all inside Metatron's cube. If you actually see the flower of life, connect all the circles of that, and then connect the lines on all of them, you'll see all of those shapes, those platonic solids, are actually in Metatron's cube, which is the oldest sacred geometry found on Earth in multiple, over 30 locations around Earth that was found. So really cool, ancient shit in dice. And dice are the oldest game of all time, right? One of the oldest living games. So
right. Yeah, they're universal. Well, this is really interesting. If you go to Atomic Hub, the packs, the boxes go for sale on Saturday, okay? But we released a promotional NFT, which is already like, look what people are paying just for the promotional NFT. Maybe they think they're actual boxes. I don't know. But there's also these promo dice that Zach is giving out to people in the Discord that are already going for $95. Like this one right here. This is an Agile D10 for Binance Smart Chain. And this is just a promo dice. You can see the market's already responding very favorably to these items. And so there's still a chance for you to get your hands on some promo dice, but you got to go to the Discord. Discord.gg/Draco dice is the place to go and look for that and get all Draco with it.
Yeah, magically Draco-ish.
Yeah.
Very cool.
One more thing I want to share, Sir Lord Travis, from our friends at Upland. In fact, Chris, I believe we have a video. Why don't you go ahead and just roll that? And then we'll talk about it. With the NFL Players Association. They just raised $18 million in funding from, I believe, Animoca. For you sports ball fans, this is big.
It is. How awesome is this? This is the Patrick Mahomes one right there.
There he is.
Yeah. How do we get these? Do we know? What do we do?
There's virtual stadiums and all, and you have to get into the metaverse here to learn more about it. And I'm not exactly sure how you get them yet, but get in here. Like if you're not in Upland yet, then join the metaverse. Upland.me/NFLPA is the place to go. And there's Miles. He's got his gear on. Let's see, where would he be from if he's got those colors?
There's no colors. It looks kind of like Seahawks, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Carolina Panthers, but it's not. So I don't know. I'm not. That's actually just a fictional one. They're probably from Upland's metaverse.
So these guys got some NFL mechanics that are coming into the game, which is why they're opening up more land in various cities, right? They've opened Kansas City, they've opened up Cleveland. I think they've opened up somewhere in Florida, and they're just busting out. Like every time they open up a city, it sells out. They opened up in New Orleans. They just keep expanding. So
there's so many people. I was talking to people at NFT NYC, and they came up to me and said, "Man, we found out about Upland because of you guys talking about them early. Like we got in working with Upland in 2019, right? We've been advisors for them a long time and partnering with them on a lot of things." Yeah,
it was definitely the very beginning.
Dirk said we were the very first advisor, one of the very first cheerleaders of the project. And there's a couple people came up to me. It's like, man, I'm making a couple grand a month just on Upland.
Nice. I love that.
That's awesome.
I love
my mom and dad got involved with it. Like, what? It's crazy.
It makes me so happy. So I go into Upland. I don't have a lot of time to play the game, but I go in and I stake my Spark and build a structure on a property, right? So you can do that on one of the properties you own. You stake your Spark and you build something on it.
How do you get Spark?
I think you automatically have 6 Spark.
Okay.
From being in the game. It's some point soon we need to have Dirk back on. In fact, I'm going to turn off my my background here. I'm going to share my screen because apparently it spent the last so and so building a property and it says construction is ready on property. So I'm going to say go to property and you'll be able to see what I built. There it goes. Says I'm awesome. Yes, thank you, Upland, for saying I'm awesome. Construction is complete.
Acknowledging our awesomeness.
And there's my property. And what did I build? Okay. 821 Foucher Street in New Orleans. I built a property. You can see I've only got one property in New Orleans, and you can see it's down here by the river. And if I zoom in, I can see my house. This is the house that Joel built. That's the top of it right there.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's my place. It's my jam. Oh, and here I can rotate it around a little bit, and you can kind of see a little better my place right there. So
That's
yeah,
exciting.
I'm stacking my UPIX in the game,
That's
and now
good. Yeah, I'm almost to executive level.
What is that?
Like when you got $10 million worth of value or whatever.
10 million. You must have bought a whole bunch.
No, or whatever it is. I don't know. It's like let me open it up and see.
Because I got a lot less than that. I'm almost at 2 million, but I bought a lot of properties. I own a lot of properties. I just haven't had a chance to get around too much and buy more. But the game is blowing up. And,
No, your total value, your total collection value. Or maybe is it? I'm opening it up right now.
I don't know. How do you see total collection value?
So I got to my destination. Now I got to update my upland. I'm uplanding my app.
How do I see
2.5 thousand reviews on this? Like this is turning into a really big thing, man. This
they're
is like,
killing it.
Yeah,
they're
this is
absolutely killing it. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yep, there's mine right there. My total value.
Whatever million. Yeah. So you might actually have a little bit higher than mine. I know that I'm stacking some UPIX whenever I go in there.
I'm on my way to executive.
You become an executive. You become fancy.
So maybe I should just buy enough UPIX to get up there, right? Because what is that, $900 or something?
I don't know how much an UPIX is. So what is mine right now? I am at I got 8.5. I guess where I'm sitting at right about now. Yep. I got 3.5 Spark. So I don't know I have not staked any Spark or done any of that. So I don't know.
Yeah. So
maybe because of all your badges, you have more badges, and so they gave you more Spark or something. You completed more sets.
Okay, so I just went in the app here and I bought something, and it says you're among the first players to collect legits. Legits will be shipped to you in the coming days.
Would you just go buy?
It's a game pack.
Property?
So you go to the store.
Yeah.
And then you'll see there's a game pack here in the store.
There we go. Okay, on the store.
So go to specials.
Yeah.
And I just bought a game pack for 80,000 UPIX. There's 472 of 1,200 that are left, and apparently you can buy every 10 minutes. I'm gonna stack some of these legits.
Oh man, for sure. I'm gonna buy some of these right now. Great find, good sir.
That's legit.
That's completely too legit to quit. I'm gonna leave this thing open, and I got 2 million UPIX. I'm just gonna keep stacking it.
Upland.me. Go ahead and load up over there, gang. All right. Hey, that's going to wrap up this show. I am the TownStar thing. I wanted to make it work, but we had some AV issues. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get on a Zoom with the guy, and we're going to record a little bit about TownStar and put that on our YouTube channel for Bad Crypto. Of course, you can go anytime, youtube.com/Bad Crypto Podcast, and find our channel. And Sir Travis, it's felt totally natural having you here to talk about NFTs.
Well, I've only not done 5.
Yeah, because this is what we were counting. Yeah.
No, because it's episode 106, and so I just did math.
Thanks everybody for watching. We'll catch you on the next episode. Next Tuesday, Zach will be back, Jack, and we'll give him some flack, and I'm sure Travis will poke his head.
Don't cut Joel any slack.
Don't cut me any slack, but do keep it nifty.